Well, welcome back to the homestead. Last week we were out here and we worked on the laundry room, the half bath, and the closet up in my office. Today what I'm going to start off working on is the dormers. If you watched the whole series, you know one of the few things that I did hire out on this build was the setting of my trusses and the framing up of my dormers and the decking of the roof. So evidently there was some miscommunication between what I was wanting and what the contractor understood on the way the dormers were going to be framed out. They framed the dormer walls to where they came out into the room as a small partition, and I'm wanting them flush. So I'm going back and correcting that. I've already tore the walls out quite a while back when I was doing the subfloor, but today what I'm doing is going back and finishing the walls out so that they follow the line of the wall and the roof. So let me show you what it looks like right now and what we're going to try and do to it. Alright, so when my contractor framed up the dormers for me, he misunderstood what I was wanting. You can see here this stud, this side of this stud is going to be my interior walls. Okay, and I wanted the dormers to stop there. But what he did was he framed the dormers out until there was a full 8-foot ceiling, and he brought the wall straight down here. So the dormers actually stuck out about 2 foot into the room, and they really divided the room up way too much like that. So before we laid the subfloor, I cut that partition portion of the wall out. Now I need to come back and finish up the corner there. We'll go ahead and we'll put some studs right here on the corner. Those will go all the way up 8 foot. We'll take this partial stud out. We'll cut the top plate back just a little bit. Put a 2x4 to follow this angle of the roof and tie it into this stud, and then we'll come back and cut this stud back in. So let's go ahead and get that done and get these dormers finished up and checked off. Alright, well that's the last of the framing on the dormers, and they're all framed up. So what I'm going to do now is jump back downstairs and work on the master bedroom's closet. We haven't framed the wall that has the doorway in that yet because we were going to put a pocket door in. But we have changed the plans on that and decided to go with a conventional door. So we're going to go ahead and frame that wall up and get that checked off. So let's jump down there and start on it. Alright, so as you come in from the master bedroom, there's going to be a vanity along this wall, and then over behind it is going to be the master closet area. And you can see there's no door separating the vanity from the closet right now. So what I need to do is just go ahead and frame up a 2x4 wall across here, and we're going to put a 2'6" door right in the middle of it. So let's go ahead and lay that out and see if we can nail it off and get it stood up. Alright, so I just finished the partition wall for the master closet lavatory area. You can see coming in from the master bedroom, we're going to have the vanity right here, and behind the vanity is going to be the partition wall that we just built. It's just got a standard 30-inch door in it, and then that's going to come into the master closet, which is going to be roughly 7 by 7, and that's going to finish out the framing for that area. So I think the next thing we're going to do is probably work on the half bath under the stairs. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so for the bathroom wall here, I don't know if it'll show up in the screen or not, but there's a pencil line here on the floor where I want to put the wall. And that's just going to be a 2x4 wall. And then it's going to come up to the bottom of the staircase. So I'm not going to be able to frame the wall with a flat top plate like you normally would. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 2x6 and I'm going to set the skill saw to the angle of the stairs here and rip one edge off, and that way when I stand the wall up, I'll have a flush edge all the way up to the bottom of the stairs for the sheetrock. So let's go ahead and get the saw set up on that and see if we can get the top plate ripped down. Alright, so since I need to rip the top plate to where it'll come in plumb to the bottom of the staircase here, and I don't know off the top of my head what the staircase is set at, rather than trying to get an angle finder out or a framing square to calculate it, what I'm going to do is just took a level and put a plumb line on the stringer here. I'll put my skill saw on the bottom side of the stringer and set the blade until it's perpendicular or plumb to match that line, and that should do it. Alright, so now that we have the saw set up, let's go ahead and rip the top plate down and see if we can't get this wall laid out. Alright, so that's going to do it for the wall there in the half bath. And I think that's going to do it for this week's video too. So we managed to get the dormers, the master bedroom closet, and this half bath finished out, and hopefully in the next video the weather will break a little bit and we can get back up on the roof and start putting the house wrap on that last dormer. But if not, we'll find something here on the inside to work on and push on. Till then, y'all keep checking back.